Hey, what's up you guys? Jazmeyne here. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you are a return subscriber, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. This video is about changing the story while you're living in it. And the example, I'm a very visual person. I love visualizing for fun. That's my thing. And that's usually how my manifestations come to pass. But you know, everybody's not gonna be like that. But I try to like make visual accompaniments, like visual examples to accompany certain concepts, because I know some people are able to process it better when they can relate it to something else, because I'm the same way. I have to relate something to something else in order for it to make sense. So this is about changing the story while you're living in it. So I wrote an example on an Instagram post one time, just something that just came to me. It's the conveyor belt analogy, and I use it all the time in my actual life when I feel like I'm letting 3D take me off my high pedestal and off my throne, because you know, like manifesting with Kimberly, I love her channel too. I'm the HBIC up in this motherfucker, okay? So I'm not gonna let 3D throw me off. So the conveyor belt analogy, basically it's you standing at a conveyor belt. If you don't know what a conveyor belt is, it's like those things in the factories where like the products come in front of you and like there's workers and they put stuff down, or they do whatever they're supposed to do to the thing when it gets to their station. After they're done, it, you know, keeps moving along. So you want to think of your mindset as a conveyor belt, right? The things that are on the conveyor belt are your thoughts, and when it gets to the window, that's basically like 3D reality. Now you're the person, your consciousness is the person that's putting these thoughts on the conveyor belt, and I talk of it like it's toys. So let's say your whole life you've been putting red toys on the conveyor belt. That's your job. You put the red toys, and then something happens where as these red toys are going out of the window to be played with by kids, you realize that kids really don't like red toys. What are you gonna do? You can't move from your station. You know what I'm saying? You can't really do anything about the red toys that you've already put on the conveyor belt. But what you can do is switch to a particular color that kids do like. Green toys. My favorite color is green, so I'm gonna use green all the time. You can start putting green toys, and that's all you can do about it, right? I use this when I'm thinking about shifting not shifting reality, but dealing with the 3D while I'm still in it. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't do too much about, okay, it's my belief, until I learn something different, it's my belief that you can't really do anything about the thoughts that you've already thought that have come out into the 3D. But what you can do is consistently change your thoughts from thought A that wasn't serving you to thought B that is serving you. It's like the thoughts that are creating madness and chaos in your life were already on the conveyor belt, and you can't take them off. They're going out. But what you can do is continue to put the green toys, the good thoughts and things that you want to experience over and over and over and over and over again, until the point that you start seeing it appear in your reality. The only thing you can do is change what you're doing going forward. I see a lot of times like videos and people be like, oh well, you have to figure out your limiting beliefs about this, or you have to understand, go to the root and understand why this is what happened, and what particular thoughts led to, you know, your 3D being the way that it is. I mean, that might be cool for somebody, but I'm not doing all that, because for me, that's me putting more attention on the shit that I don't want to experience. So why would I try to go back and think about it when I can just literally just change my thoughts? The crazy thing about it is that you have to ride it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's obviously going to be a delay. If you was putting red toys on this conveyor belt this whole time, even when you start putting green toys on it, there's still gonna be red toys that have to go out and get to the window. There's nothing you can do about it. You just got to keep riding it out and keep putting, like, I'm gonna put this green toy here, I'm gonna put this green toy here, right? So let's say outside that window where the red toys are coming, you're hearing boo, 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 we hate red toys, fuck red toys, da, da, da. That's what you're hearing. You start putting the green toys there, you're still gonna hear the boos because the red toys keep coming out. But eventually, when the green toys hit that window, that's when you start hearing the cheers. That's when you start hearing the praises and stuff like that. And there's going to be a time where you're putting green toys up there and you're still hearing the boos. Do you stop and be like, oh, they still booing, let me stop putting the green toys, let me just go back to putting the red? No. But that's what people be doing sometimes. You know, they're still looking at the 3, and I do it too, bro. Sis, I do it too. I do it too. So you're not wrong, you're not alone, you're just a human. But these are the moments where we have to be like, all right, let me just ride this out. I'm gonna just ride it out as long as I can, because I know them green toys is coming, because I know I've done the work of changing my mindset, changing my thoughts. I've done the work. So I'm gonna keep riding this 3D out, even though it look ugly, even though I hate everything that's going on. I can still ride it out because I know that it's going to change, because I've changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just sit here and be like, oh, well, everything is still messing up, so I'm just gonna go back to being, you know, miserable and having miserable thoughts and thinking that things don't work out for me. No, that's just your red toys still being on the belt. Eventually them green toys gonna hit that window and you'll start seeing the fruits of your thoughts. But if you got those red toys and you're hearing the boos, you put like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 green toys, you start hearing the yay, but then you go back to putting the red toys. Eventually when them green toys stop hitting, them red toys gonna go back and you gonna hear them boos again. That's what happens when you start trying to change your mindset, and then you go back and then things start getting good, but you've gone back to, you know, like, this isn't working, da 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 da. That gotta come out the conveyor belt too. That's why I love that analogy, because it makes so much sense. It gotta come out the conveyor belt. Once you put it on it, you can't take it back. The only thing you can do is put more of what you want on the conveyor belt. So just when you're thinking about the 3D and you're like, fuck, like, I'm changing my mindset, I'm thinking differently, why is it not changing? That's just the red toys just still making their way out. It's coming. The green toys are coming. The green toys are coming. Okay, sis? Okay, bro? It's coming. Not telling you that you have to wait and sit down and just be like, all right, I'm just not gonna do nothing until things start changing. No, you keep moving. You keep putting the green toys. Like, there's so many different aspects about our life experience that we can be focusing on, that we don't have to sit and just wait for one thing to change. Like, if you're trying to manifest money and you're putting, you know, those positive thoughts and stuff like that out, don't sit there and be like, I'm not gonna live my life until I get this $50,000 check that I've been putting out there. No, you can try to experience, you know, romance, try to experience more leisure, try to experience hobbies and other things that are going on for you, and focus on that while still having that news story about your finances running. That's the whole point. Like, it's not for us to just sit here and just be like, well, I'm still seeing red toys, so this shit don't work. Because you only gonna keep seeing red toys, because that's all that you're putting on the conveyor belt. So I intend that this made a whole lot of sense. I intend that this unlocked like a whole different perspective for everybody watching, because it did for me when I came up with it. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you want another video on anything, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye.